Start recording it. Okay. We're discussing question number 8 of the heights and distances applications of trigonometry chapter exercise. Okay. So the statue 1.6 meter tall stands on top of a pedestal. Maybe you don't know the meaning of this word. Maybe you're encountering this first time in an exam or in an exercise and you don't really have access to a dictionary to figure out the meaning. But standing on top of something. Okay, just imagine like all the other questions which we have seen. You've seen a flag on top of a tower. You've seen you've seen so there is always some height, something, this thing, pedestal, whatever it is, already has some height, and on top of that, this thing is standing. Are we good with that? Dikshit, how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, sir, got it.
Yeah. So there is one something AB, whatever this is. This AB is the pedestal. Okay. AB is the pedestal. And there is one more thing on top of this, till C. I don't know if it's longer than this, shorter than this, we don't know. But this thing is 1.6 meter. Okay. This thing is 1.6 meter. Are we good with this? Yeah, that is the statue. So AC is the statue. Now, from a point on the ground, obviously there's a point on the ground always, people where we are looking from. So there's a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue, which means this is the top of the statue, right? C is the top of the statue. So you're looking at C, let's call this point P. This angle of elevation is 60 degrees, all right? From the same point, the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal, whatever this thing was, whatever the word pedestal means, is the same thing which is here. So top here, which we're talking about, top of the pedestal. Okay, pedestal is basically like a stand or something. I don't know, like a height, something. Anyhow, you figure out the meaning. I'm not getting into that. We don't need it. Okay, so this particular thing is 45 degrees. Okay, find the height of the pedestal. This question, Dikshit, is the same as question number 11, is the same as example 5. This question is the same as question number 11, example 5. I want you to turn your what is it? The tab from right now. If this diagram is like this, I want you to turn this diagram like this and see. Okay, you have this distance and you have to find this distance. Okay, it's the same question.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it's the same diagram that's ending up forming, except that diagram in example 5 and question number 11, it was like this. Okay, you had this angle, but you were again given this distance only. You remember? You were given this distance, yes. Maybe it was 20 meter, 40 meter, whatever. Okay, does not matter if you have this angle or this angle. Does not matter. You can still use the sine tan ratio, right? Sine tan cos, whatever ratio you can use, right? At the end, you do proceed the same way. You take one as x, one as h, and then you figure it out. Okay. Just for the sake of like doing it properly, we'll do this question now. Okay. Now, as we talked about, let's take this as x and this as y. Okay. So that we I'm taking this. Let height of the pedestal be y. Okay. Let height of the pedestal be y. Be equal to y, and pedestal spelling I'm writing wrong again and again, and PB be equal to x. Okay. Now in this case, we know, let's take the two triangles. You have in triangle, which are the two right triangles, Dikshit, if you can quickly tell me. These are the two right triangles you can use, yeah.
Sir, APB.
ABP is one, and
CPB.
CBP is another. Okay, can you tell me the two equations that you would like to form from these two things? I mean, which ratios would you like to choose?
Tan 45.
So which one are you taking? ABP, you're taking tan 45, okay.
So it becomes BC by CD.
How ABP में BC कैसे आया यार?
Sir, one minute.
ABP is this triangle. How are you getting BC here?
Sir, sorry, it's BA.
Continue.
So BA by sir PB.
PB. Okay. Tan 45 is 1. BA by BP will be how much?
So it's P by X, Y by X, sir.
Y by X. Okay. So you end up getting X is equal to Y. Okay. That's your first equation. Can you tell me triangle CBP? What are you going to choose? Triangle CBP. What are you going to choose here? Triangle CBP. Remember, I want to choose only things that matter to me. This hypotenuse has no use for me. So probably I'll not choose anything which deals with hypotenuse. So what's your thought there, Dikshit?
P by PB. So I'll take so tan 60 degree
Tan 60 degree.
is equal to CV by PB.
Let me write this B clearly. Maybe it's causing the confusion.
Tan 60 degree is root 3. That is equal to CB is equal to Y plus 1.6
Very good.
by XL.
Okay. So tell me what was the next step? Are you struggling with the next steps here?
Yes, a little confusion.
Take X to the left side. What happens? This is fully one fraction. One numerator, one denominator. Cross
Root 3,
multiply. Root
so
3.
root 3x is equal to Y plus 1.6.
Okay. This is my second equation. All right.
Okay, sir.
Now can you substitute something here? I want to find at the end, what do I want to find? I want to find Y. Can you substitute something here to figure this out?
Sir, from here only I need help, sir.
From here you need help.
Yes, sir.
Dikshit, there are two equations. We have marked them 1 and 2. We want to solve those two equations. It is linear equation. How do you solve linear equations, Dikshit? How many methods do you know?
Sir, I know 3 methods.
You know 3 methods. Which method do you think will be very easy to use here?
Substitution.
Substitution. Why do you think so?
I feel very comfortable with substitution, sir.
Because you're comfortable with substitution. Is there any other reason why you think substitution will be better here?
Sir, substitution, I don't think it will be better, sir. I think it will be long.
All right. Can I hear from someone else if you have an idea of what I'm talking about? I am saying that substitution will be better here. Manisha, why?
Sir, we already have x is equal to y, sir.
We already have x is equal to y. You have y in terms of x already. So do substitution here, Dikshit. Do the substitution here. Tell me. Dikshit.
Yes, sir. So we have both the equations, sir. And we'll substitute the value of x in equation 2, sir.
Okay. What happens?
Root 3y is equal to 1 plus 1 point, y plus 1.6.
Substituting 1 in 2. Okay. From here, from 1, you're taking x equal to 1 and putting here. So you get what, Dikshit? Root 3?
Root 3y is equal to y plus 1.6.
Y plus 1.6. We good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have one equation, one variable. Linear equation. Can you solve this?
Yes, sir. From here I can.
Do it then now. Right now. Continue.
So root 3y minus y is equal to 1.6.
Perfect.
Sir, root 3 is equal to 1.6.
Root 3 equal to 1.6.
Yes, sir. Root 3 y is equal to 1.6. Then y is equal to.
Wait, what's going on? Where did y go? Minus y go. Okay. This is where you're losing me. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else who knows how to proceed from here? Dikshit has forgotten how to proceed from here. This type of question we have done specifically in linear equations chapter, where we had some irrational numbers and we were getting lost, but that's okay. It's understandable that we have not practiced this enough, probably, which is causing this loss to happen. I want to hear from someone other than Nishchay and Riza because you have done a lot of this in Akash. I want to hear from someone else. Nishchay and Riza, you can lower your hands. Does anyone else know how to proceed from here? We did the same exact type of question last week also. No, not last week, on Monday also. One question, but let's see. How do we proceed? How do we find the value of y? Yes, Bindu? Tell me, Bindu.
So I'll try, sir.
Go ahead.
So it will be root 2y is equals to 1.6.
How did you get this root 2, Bindu?
So in this question, what I did is instead of y and yes, sir, instead of y, I took the side, sir, BC. So
fine, no problem. So you're finally in place of y, you are writing BC, no?
yes,
Correct.
sir.
And that's not a problem. Right, right. By BC, it's finally a one variable. You write P, Q, you write put a flower, that does not matter. Bindu, how are you getting this root 2 is my question.
So it's like 3BC, sir. In 3BC minus BC.
But is this 3, Bindu?
No, sir, it's root 3.
It's root 3, which is an irrational number. Root 3 minus 1 is root 2, kya, Bindu?
No,
This is
sir.
not the maths which we know. Okay, this is not correct. All right, if you feel like this, I want you to put this in a box next to where you have done it. Put a cross on top of that. Okay, this is not how it works. All right, root 3 minus 1 is not root 2 because firstly, I cannot subtract root 3 and root. This is like saying this is like this has a different value. Now I cannot just subtract these two things. This is not how I can do it. It is not 3 minus 1 equal to 2. It's not like that. Okay, it's a different thing going on here. Even if you think of this as root 1, you cannot just put an addition. Root x minus root y is not equal to root over x minus y. This is not correct. Bindu, are we clear with this?
Yes, sir.
That can only happen in case of division and multiplication, that I take the root over everything. Okay, we will revisit the real numbers chapter very soon. Manisha?
Sir, we'll take root 3 on the right side.
Root 3 on the right side, how will you take? What's the next step that you're going to write?
Y minus y is equal to 1.6 divided by root 3.
Manisha, A into B minus C is equal to X, suppose. Okay, let's leave this X is equal to 4. Manisha, how can you take this A to the right side directly, Manisha?
Sir, we'll
is this
put
A multiplying the entire left side?
No, sir. We have
then
to do
can
that.
I take this A to the right side?
No, sir.
I can only take when I have A into some dabba which is fully being multiplied. Only then I can take this A to the right side in the denominator.
Yes, sir.
G. G.
Sir, can we write root 3 is equal to 1? In place of root 3, 1.732.
What will you end up getting from that, man? What do you want to find here? Do you know what do you want to find here? G.
The value
of
y, sir.
How do you? What's the next step then? If I write 1.732, how is it helping me find the value of y? Can you please go ahead? Manisha?
Sir, we'll take y common.
We will take y common. What do you get inside the bracket?
Root 3 minus 1.
Minus 1 is equal to?
1.6.
What happens next?
Then we'll take y now.
Now I can take no because it is y into this dabba. Now I can take this to the right hand side in the denominator. So what happens now?
1.6 by y.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dikshit, is this clear for you?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Now, this specific type of steps is very, very important. I am sure that we have done this before, but I understand that it has gone away from our minds. Okay. This chapter is giving us an opportunity to get back into that practice of linear equations again. Like every chapter is probably giving us that opportunity. But right now, I want you to focus very, very clear. Bindu, I need you to understand that subtraction cannot just happen with a root over on top. Okay. This thing, if I have, Bindu, if I have root 2 minus, let's put it like this, root over 5 minus 2, then I can write root 3. This root is over the whole thing. This is correct, Bindu. But root 5 minus root 2 equal to root 3 is wrong. This is not correct. Bindu, can you put this in a box next to whatever, wherever you are? Bindu?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, what do I do next? Now, this is not an acceptable answer. What should I do next? Manisha, can you finish this off?
Yes, sir.
1.6
divided by 1.7.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh,
I wouldn't do that because I will have a decimal divided by a decimal. That's too much for me to handle. What would I do, Dinesh?
Sir, rationalize, sir.
I will rationalize the denominator. How do I do that?
Sir, multiply root 3 plus 1, both denominator and numerator, sir.
What do you
Then,
get?
sir, we'll get 3 minus 1 in the denominator, sir, which is 2, sir.
3 minus 1 because you have root 3 square minus 1 square.
Yes, sir.
1.6 into root 3 plus 1, you will have 2 here.
Sir, the numerator is in full multiplication, sir. So 2 ones and that 1.6, sir. 2
Very good.
divided
This
by
and
1.
multiplied by this whole thing. So I can cancel it. I really like how you justified this. So I'll cancel this off. What do I get?
Sir, we'll get 0.8 into
Very good.
Whole in that. Sir, we'll open up the bracket, sir. So we'll get 0.8 root 3 into root 3 plus 0.8, sir.
Okay.
So we'll replace the value that root 3 value, sir.
All right. You can do that also, Dinesh. You're right. You can do that also. And otherwise, I could have gone directly from here. I would have got 0. Okay, let me just finish this off. So I have 0.8 into 1.732 plus 0.8, right?
Yes, sir.
So you multiply this, you get something plus 0.8, you add that. The other way
Yes,
of
sir.
doing it is I can go directly from
Directly,
here.
sir.
I can go 0.8 into 1.732 plus 1. So that will become 0.8 into 2.732. Okay. Do this multiplication, you will get it. All right.
Yes, sir.
Dinesh, is the answer correct? Have you checked it?
Yes.
Yeah. Dinesh, can you please ask people around you to, or you can, if you go around a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I really appreciate you this response, Dinesh. I think you were listening in the last class, which is I'm happy that you, Deepak ji, I think even Rizan and Nishay were on track with this. Yeah, good job there. The Dikshit, is this clear with you now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I get a fist to 5 of for everyone? Now see, okay, let's look at this. Let's break this into parts. Okay, the first part is drawing the diagram. Is the diagram clear for us? Can I get a fist to 5 there? Does anyone, okay, take a minute. We're going to go through this entire question. No fist to 5s, okay? We're going to go through this entire question in steps, okay? I want to read the question again. Look at the diagram and think if you can draw the diagram or not by yourself, okay? Give me a confirmation of that. Diagram is clear or not? Yeah. If there is any confusion in the diagram, I want to ask me in 30 seconds. Okay. 30 seconds you have. Any confusion in the diagram? Ask me that right now. Okay, you are reading. Do not take this lightly. Okay, this chapter is that 5 marks that we all have to pakka score. Okay, so please be with me in this. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next segment. Okay, that is this whole part. This part is the diagram only. So that is this whole part. We chose y and x. Why we chose this as y? Why we chose this as x? Is that part clear to us? Okay, because we don't want to deal with the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse has no use for us in the entire thing. We want to find the height of the pedestal. This was the height of the pedestal, so we gave one variable to it, and we know it'll be good. You can actually use the hypotenuse also, but the hypotenuse is not common. Okay, this PB is common in both triangles. That's why I'm taking that as the other side. Okay, PB is common in both triangles. That's why I'm taking that as the other side. All right, that's going to help me going ahead. Okay, so I have two triangles. I have this triangle and I have this big triangle. Okay, in the red triangle as well as the blue triangle, PB is common. So that is something which will help me in the two equations I have to make. So I am choosing PB as one of the sides as well. Okay, so this becomes X, this becomes Y. Then I want you to go ahead and see, are these two equations clear for us? Okay, how we form these two equations using both triangles, how we form those two equations. Okay, is that clear for us now? I took first the smaller triangle, tan 45, I formed the equation. I took the bigger triangle, tan 60, I formed the equation. Why did I take tan? Why did I not take sine, cos? Because I wanted to use this X and I wanted to use this full thing also. Why I wanted to use that X? Because that's common in both the triangles. If it is common, then that will be there in both the equations. Are we clear? How are we feeling about this? Can anyone has any doubt at this step, at this particular step? Does anyone have a doubt? At this particular step, I am making two equations. Okay. In the end, I don't want to answer for both variables also. PB is not asked. Distance of the point from the foot of the pedestal is not asked only. So I will remove X from the equation. I finally want Y. But are both equations pretty clear? Yeah. Moving on. Now that I have two equations, my job is to solve that. Now everything is done. Now it is maths. Like just no more critical thinking there. Now it is maths. Getting into maths here, using linear equations, solving these two equations. Why I am choosing to solve for Y? Because they are asking height of the pedestal. I'm looking at Y. And I'm thinking, okay, I want to solve for Y. That's why. Okay, so I'm substituting X in. And why I'm doing by substitution? Because it's very simple. This is there. So just replace X by Y, right? And then I do that and I solve this. Now I want you to pay careful attention to this whole process that we did. Okay, maybe you go this method or you go this method, does not matter. Okay, but is this process clear? Firstly, pay attention to what's happening. I get all Y terms on one side and I take Y common. I cannot directly subtract that term. If it was 3x minus Y, I would have got 2x. But it's not 3x minus Y, it's root 3x minus Y. That's an irrational number. I don't, if I go down G's method and I write 1.732 Y minus Y, that is also okay. Okay, but it will give me a very big division. It will give me 0.732 Y is equal to 1.6. So Y is equal to 1.6 by 0.732. You don't have time to do this division in exam. Okay, you have no time to do this division exam. So that's not the method I'm going to do. Multiplication is relatively easier, but here I have to know that I have to keep on multiplying things with 0.732. That's too much work. So I'm not going to do this. I'm going to put root 3 ka value in the very last step. Okay. So G, are you good? Maybe you use a calculator to find this final answer.
Sir.
Yeah, G?
Sir?
Did you use a calculator to find the final answer?
No, sir. I thought it was only 7 questions, 6th and 7 and I did, sir. After submitting, I got to know I need to do 8th also.
Sorry, I have no idea what you said just now. It's okay. If I put 0, so you did not do this question basically, you're saying, right?
No, sir. After submitting, I did, sir. I did in your method.
You did?
I did as I got that long division, sir, so I left it, sir.
You left it. You
Yes.
didn't do it. Okay. That doesn't.
Now I left it.
Okay. So I don't want to get into that long 0.732 in the denominator. I don't want big decimals in the denominator. Maybe some small things I can handle. But there's too much in an exam. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this set. I get 0√3 minus 1 here. Take it to the right hand side and I rationalize the denominator. So if I rationalize the denominator, I don't have any big problem in my denominator. I have what? I got a 2 here. Even if this was not divisible by 2, I could have multiplied, I could have divided by 2. That's easy to do. Okay. It's not dividing by 0.7. So what I do here I'm taking this common, y common, because I want y at the end of the day. Okay. I cannot directly subtract this. So I'm taking y common, I'm taking the coefficient of y to the other side. When I take it to the other side, comes the denominator. This is not an acceptable end answer. I'm rationalizing this. Okay. This, guys, this is an acceptable end answer. Okay. I can leave my answer at 0.8 into √3 plus 1. Is this the answer given at the back? Is this the answer given at the back?
Yes, yes.
All right. This is an acceptable answer. Suppose you are really short of time, you can stop here. But by chance, if they have given √3 equal to 1.732, if they have given this in the question, okay, take √3 equal to 1.732, then this is not acceptable. Then they are expecting you to multiply. Okay. That's why we are building the habit of doing this multiplication every time. Okay. So you do that multiplication and get the final answer. We good with this? Okay. Now putting all of these steps together. Okay. First step, so finally my answer will be height of the pedestal is equal to this much. Okay. So putting all of these together, I have drawn the diagram. I have chosen my variables wisely, keeping in mind which side is common in the triangles. Using the two triangles, I made two equations. Then I solved those equations. When I was solving those equations, I should be careful in this step. When I take things to the right hand side, I should remember to rationalize the denominator. Finally, I can stop here, or it's better to do the multiplication and find the final answer. How are you feeling? Fist to 5 about this whole process. Can I get that in the chat box quickly? About this whole process and this whole question. How are you feeling about that? Can I get a quick check in the chat box? I understand what you're saying, Dikshit. It will not come naturally to you, Dikshit. This is not something, mathematics is not something which I don't know how much it comes naturally. We'll have to build the habit of doing it by doing it again and again, and then things will start coming naturally to us. Okay. So whatever you have learned today, I want you to go back and practice with every question that has happened. Yeah. All right. So I'm seeing a 5 from every single person here. I have not got a response from Shripriya. I'm observing that. I got a response right now. Okay. Bindu also right now. Okay. All right. So this was question number 8. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take around 15-20 minutes extra today and try to draw a few more diagrams. Okay. With what we have learned so far, okay, with the kind of questions which we have done so far, is there any other, before I proceed, is there any other question in the exercise which we did yesterday as homework? Is there any other question which is a doubt for you, which you have a doubt in? Can I get a check on that? All right, can you see the screen now? We're doing example 7. Okay, we're just going to attempt the diagram. Okay, once the diagram is clear, I think it will be fine for everyone. Okay, this is a little different kind of question. It's not something which we have seen. Just like the sun, shadow and all was a little different. It's also a little different from our usual other questions. But once you get a hang of the question, once you're able to visualize it, the diagram becomes very, very easy. Let's see. Let's read the question and figure it out. Okay. So there is from a point on a bridge across the river. There is a bridge, there is a river. Okay. I want you to imagine that in your head. Okay. Bridge is on top of the river or below the river, Dilruba? Where would a bridge be? It would be on the top of the river. Okay, it's going, the water level will be much below, right? Okay. The angles of depression of the banks of the opposite sides of the river. River banks, you know what it means, Dilruba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where the river meets the land, where the water meets the land at the corners. So there are two banks of the river, right? They're flowing parallelly. They're parallel to each other mostly. Okay. Now those two banks of the river, the bridge will be at a top height, no? So obviously this river flowing, there's a bridge going on top of this. Okay. So there is some point here from where you can see the bank. So the bank is how you're seeing it. You're seeing it from here and you're seeing it at this point here. Okay. Where the Dilruba, can you imagine this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're seeing these two, the banks of the river on the opposite sides. Okay. Obviously, the bank is a very long thing, but they are looking at one point on the bank. No, they're not going to look at the entire bank. You're getting that? No, Dilruba, oh, confusion hoga shayad, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Abhi, let's take a breath here. Now I'm going to draw a view in front. Okay. So this is my, suppose this is my bridge. I'm looking from the river. I'm looking at the situation. Okay. Now this is my river. Okay. This is my river. This is my river bank. Okay. The red thing is my bridge. Now there is a point here on this bridge. Let's call this point P. From this point P, when I look at the bank, so where this river is going, okay, I'll take this point only as the bank which I'm taking. Okay. So let this point A be one side of the bank, let this point B be other side of the bank. Dilruba, okay so far?
Yes, sir.
So because the bridge is above, there's an angle of depression being formed whenever I look at the bank, right? Because the river is above, there's going to be an angle of depression. Dilruba, okay with that? One side when I'm looking at point A, I'm looking down, I'm looking at point A. I want you to imagine doing this, okay? The angle of depression is 30 degrees, which means this is 30 degrees. Dilruba, okay with this?
Sir, I'm confused here, sir.
Dilruba, मैं point P से point A को देख रहा हूँ. This is on the Okay, maybe if we were physically like in a place, I could have explained it better, but do you remember the situation where Asghar was looking at Manisha on the field?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Asghar is turning towards Manisha and looking at the field below. She's at the field below.
Yes, sir.
This is Manisha right now and this is Asghar. He's looking at her, means there is an angle of depression being formed here. Because this is the line of sight. Dilruba, how does it happen? How do we form the angle of depression between the line of sight? This is the line of sight, no?
Yes, sir.
And this is the horizontal, no?
Yes, sir.
Horizontal कैसे आया? ये मेरा ground level है तो ये horizontal हो गया. Not ground level, water level है तो horizontal हो गया. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Does this help or you're still confused?
No, sir. Not confused.
You feel it better? So angle of depression. Okay. So I'm thinking I'm able to identify it right now. The angle of depression is between line of sight and horizontal. Even angle of elevation is between line of sight and horizontal. This is my line of sight. When I'm standing here and looking at the bank, this is my line of sight. PA is my line of sight. Correct, Dilruba?
Yes, sir.
And the horizontal is whatever is parallel to the floor, parallel to the water here. Okay. Dilruba, okay with this?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Same way, I'm standing at P and I'm looking at B now. And this angle of depression is how much? 45 degree. Okay. The line of sight is PB. The line of sight is PB. This is my line of sight. I'm looking at this direction. And this is my horizontal. Okay, with Dilruba?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now I have to complete the diagram. That diagram will get completed with joining AB this is directly above some point here, does not matter which point, okay? That some point here is directly above this, so let's call this M, just for the convenience. And if it is because it's directly above, it's vertical to this horizontal line. AB is a horizontal line. AB is going to be parallel to L here, right? We are taking horizontals here. So M is a point on the horizontal AB. P is a point on the horizontal L. These two lines are parallel. P and M. P is directly above M, so it's going to be vertical. So it's going to be a 90 degree there. Dilruba, okay?
Sir, why not that PMB is whole line of sight, sir? 45
कैसे PMB line of sight होगा दिलरुबा? PM देखना कैसे line of sight तो सीधा होगा ना यार. When I'm looking at B, I will look directly there. No, how will I look through M and then go there? I don't have a periscope.
Okay, sir, understood.
Directly देखूंगा ना मैं B को. Okay. Now, why is this M important here? Okay, because this is the river level. Okay, this is the river level. Why is this M important here? Because the bridge is at a height of 3 meters from the banks. Okay, this is not like the right language. Okay, it is not at a height of 3 meters from the banks, but it's a height of 3 meters from the water level. Okay, that could be the right language in this question. I understand whether this might also be causing some confusion. This water level and bank level, which means B and A, are all in same level. Okay, this bridge is at a height of 3 meters because bridge will go up and then go right. That height is 3 meters, which means PM is also 3 meters. Dilruba, you samjhe abhi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's finally what I go ahead and solve there. Okay. Here it is 3 meter, and then it is simple. No, this is 30 degrees, so this will become 30 degree because of alternate interior angles. This will also become 45 degree because of alternate interior angles. You find AM, you find MB, and then you add that. Okay, Dilruba?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. How are we feeling? How are the rest of us feeling about this whole diagram? It was probably a little bit different from many other diagrams that you've seen, but I want to have a fist to five. How are you feeling? And upon reading this question, do you think you will be able to conclude this diagram? Or you feel that, no, there is some challenge with that? Can I get a check on that? Yes, Nishchay, the first step here is understanding the question, drawing the diagram, and taking time with that. After that is like smooth, okay. All right. So we'll wrap it up right now. Okay, we are at 1:20 already. I've not got a response from everyone. Yeah, Tulsi, and it is okay if you take time understanding the question. Okay, that's an important part here. Understanding the question takes time. It's a big question. These questions are big, they are heavy, but it's okay if you take time in that. Because then when you get the diagram right, uske baad there is not much work to do. It's just like a calculation and choosing two triangles and all of that. Okay, so it's okay if you're taking time with that. Okay, for practice now, what we're going to do is let's get to